Hey, it's me, Ben. My name is Benjamin Bates. I am a game developer from Galway City, and I make video games for a living and work as a freelance pixel artist. Game development has always been something I've been really interested in because I've always been passionate about video games. But like as kids, like I was a proper child of the 90s, and in the 90s, video games were the thing. You know, they were huge. You have PlayStation things being thrown at you, and Nintendos and all that rivalry, Game Boys on the playground. So you couldn't escape from it, and you loved it. But I loved it probably more than some other people, where I wanted to see what was behind the scenes, and I wanted to be part of it, and I wanted to make things. Pixel art is, for those that don't know, is the method of drawing a picture pixel by pixel. So they're very small. Sometimes they can be like 100 pixels by 100 pixels, and you just dot out an image, and there you go, you have it. I use a program called GraphicsScale. It's been around since the 90s. It still is the same program since the 90s, which is why it kind of looks like it does, and you get the kind of effects that you want. I'm incredibly influenced by point-and-click adventure games, LucasArts games from the 90s, like The Secret of Monkey Island, and Day of the Tentacle, Maniac Mansion, all of those kind of games, things that are made by, you know, Tim Schafer and Ron Gilbert, because when I was a kid I started playing those games, and I didn't realize that it when you play a point-and-click game, it's like watching the TV, but it's interactive, and I love that. Like I don't really care about shooty bang bang shoot 'em ups or football games or whatever that is. It's just giving me an actual narrative where I can explore and walk around and talk to people and see this world. I love those kind of games. I'm very influenced by film. I love film, and I went to film school for about 2 years, so I take those kind of those techniques of telling stories, and it really helps with kind of telling like narrative video games. My favorite game of all time is a game called Shenmue, which was released on the Dreamcast in 2000 or 2001, and it was the first game pretty much ever where you could just walk into any building or do anything. I fell in love with it as a kid, and I still have those rose-tinted glasses for it as an adult. So yeah, I will say that Shenmue is probably my favorite game, even though it shouldn't be, and I know there are problems. When I was a kid, what I wanted was a PlayStation 1, and my birthday was coming up, and my mum was like, don't worry, I'll sort it out. I'll get you it. I know someone who has something, I'll sort it out. She came back to the house later that day with an Amiga 500. Now, if you don't know what an Amiga 500 is, it is a home computer from 1988. It takes floppy disks, and she had an entire tray of floppy disks. And I was like, what the f*** is this? This is rotten. I hate this. I'm actually really, really happy with her that she did it in the end, because I discovered my art, how I draw, is fully based on Amiga games. Like, I love Amiga art with all my heart and soul. So, yeah, an Amiga 500 was my first console, and I love it. I love it now, but as a kid, I was like, get it out, make sure it goes in the bin.